Hello. So what you're looking at here is the top view of a ripper tank. So there's one dipper here, another dipper here. What dippers do is to dip in and out of the water so that they will send out water waves. So what we are having is two water waves that propagate on the surface of the water and they superpose, and you can see a distinct interference pattern that's being formed. There are actually lines along which the water surface look completely still. For example, this line here, here, and here. And these are called the nodal lines. And in between every pair of nodal lines, we have the antinodal lines, where the water surface is oscillating at the largest amplitude. So we have a antinodal line here, here, and here. The easiest way to understand the interference pattern is probably to just map it out ourselves. So what's drawn here are the wave crests coming from two wave sources, A and B. So wave crests are always drawn one wavelength apart. So the distance from here, one wave crest to the next one is always 1 lambda. Obviously, there are something special about the points where the wave crest from both wave sources intersect, like here, 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 and here. So in fact, this represents an antinodal line where the path difference is 0. Because any point on this line will be equidistant from A and B. So this is called the n is equals to 0 antinodal line. N is equals to 0 means 0 path difference. What about the points here, 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 here? Now, this will give us the n is equals to 1 antinodal line, or what we call the first order antinodal line. N is equals to 1 because the path difference is 1 lambda. For example, this point here is 3 lambda from A, 2 lambda from B. So the path difference is 1 lambda. Same here. 4 lambdas from A, 3 lambdas from B. What about here? 5 lambdas from A, 4 lambdas from B, and so on. Just to make sure you understand, for example, even this point here, we are getting constructive interference because it is 3.5 lambdas from A and 2.5 lambdas from B. So the path difference is still 1 lambda. And it's not hard to understand that the n equals 2 lambda antinodal line is here. And the n equals to 3 would be here. So where are the nodal lines where we have destructive interference? Very easy. There should be one nodal line between every pair of antinodal lines. So somewhere here. Take for example this point here. It's 3 lambdas away from A, but 2.5 lambdas away from B. So the path difference is half a lambda. That's why we are getting destructive interference here. Likewise, we have destructive interference happening along here. Along this line, the path difference is 1.5 lambdas. For path difference of 2.5 lambdas, it'll be somewhere here. And this diagram here shows the complete interference pattern. Basically, all the locations with the same path difference, they line up very nicely. And that's why we can get such a systematic looking interference pattern. That's all. Ta-ta.